Hey you guys, happy Monday. So I am coming on and I have been a little nervous about doing this video. My intention was always to come on and do this. I have a special announcement that is going to be a game changer in my life, in our lives, and I wanted to come on and share a little bit about the story and also to share with you what the announcement is. And to be really honest with you, I'm not used to completely discussing my personal life on social media, so I'm a little nervous about doing this, but I wanted to share because my intention is that it will serve somebody. If it serves one person, then I've done my job. So let me start off with the announcement. The announcement is that I am pregnant, and to give you a little bit of background, I am an older woman. I will give you full disclosure, I am 45, and ever since I was a little girl, I had the dream of being a mom. And I always kind of knew how I wanted it to happen too. As I got older, you know, many of my highly successful friends who wanted children have gone through other means to kind of make that happen, whether it be, you know, IVF or adoption or, you know, just choosing to kind of do it on their own. And that was something that I so highly admire in all of those different arenas. But I had this desire for myself to really do this with somebody. I knew that I didn't want to have a baby by myself. And so I held off, and probably part of the reason why I'm 45 and just now having my first experience of being pregnant with our first child. So anyways, this brings me to another point. I thought about this. I'm like, you know, should I polish this story up and make it kind of more polished? And then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna be vulnerable and just kind of lay it out for the way that it actually went down, as it kind of comes to me to share with you. And this is one of the reasons why I wanna share this. You know that I am a transformational life coach, and my life's work is dedicated to helping people turn the dreams and the desires of their heart into the landscape of their reality. So for me, sorry, I just got interrupted by a phone call. I was able to start my own private practice. I was able to start a coaching business. I was able to, you know, do the Ironmans that I wanted to do and continue to run marathons. And those are things that are highly important to me, and maintain friendships and maintain, you know, close relationships with my family and with a partner. And so, but the baby thing was kind of eluding me. I thought to like make sure that I was in a marriage before I got pregnant, which is not the case. We are in a partnership, but we are not married. And, I really was noticing that my journey around all of this had a bunch of kind of ebbs and flows. And by ebbs and flows, I mean, you know, as I got older, people close to me, knowing that I wanted a baby and wanted to be a mom, would ask, you know, do you have a plan for this? How is this going to happen? And going back to my work as a transformational coach, I really believe in like living what I teach. And one of the principles that I teach is to hold a clear vision with the desire, you know, stoke the flame of the desire, and then also grateful expectation that this is going to happen. And then take the action steps that you can take from where you are with what you have, and, you know, do what you can do. And so without getting discouraged about your progress towards your goal, or, you know, whether or not you think it's going to happen for you. So for those of you out there, I know I've had a lot of contact with, you know, people very close to me, and then also even my clients who have had struggles with the fertility journey. So I want to be really sensitive to that, because I know people go through a lot when it comes to having a baby. And so I'm not saying that my path and my journey is, for everyone, but I just wanted to share my story with you because I'm hoping that on some level it can inspire you. If you really strongly desire something for your life or for yourself and you're not quite sure how to go about doing it, or even, if you're thinking about giving up on your dream, I would just say, please don't give up. I had to release the how, and obviously my partner and I made it welcome, but we definitely were not trying. We didn't go through IVF, and there was nothing like that. I think the beauty really came in when I broke down. It was probably a few months ago, and I was just kind of praying. I said, God, I know that the desire of my heart to be a mom has been placed in me for a reason. And if it's not for to carry my own child, maybe I'm supposed to be mothering in another way. And, I see my work as kind of some sort of that, but I really had this burning desire to have, the opportunity to be pregnant and experience that. But I did, I released it. And I think that's key. Like we always hear, if you've done any personal development work, you may have heard, you release your attachment to the outcome. And I think that's so, so, so tricky when you really have a strong desire for something. But one of the game changers for me was to actually just kind of like let it go. And when I said that prayer, I said, I'm open to whatever way that looks like in my life. I just really, that I really want to have the baby, and have a birthing experience and be pregnant and all that. But I release it and I allow for whatever way this is meant to come into my life to come into my life. That was a practice, years and years and years that took me to get there. But that release, I'm guessing, from what I know with transformation and the principles that I teach and what I live by, that had like a game-changing effect. And then also, all of this stuff is, you have to be like, make sure you're ready. And, without getting into the whole history of it, this is actually perfect timing for all of this to happen. And so I wanted to come on and share that with you. It's really uncomfortable for me to kind of throw that all out there about my personal life and let you know that, I'm older and this is my first pregnancy, but I also wanted to share, I'm so thrilled and so grateful for this work and the work that I get to do in the world to really guide people in implementing these principles to apply them to the goals and dreams of their heart. Because this stuff works if you work it. And I just think that, when I called my mom and told her that I was expecting, she was like, oh, it's a miracle baby. And, that's kind of how we feel. And the baby's really healthy. And I'm 27 weeks now. So we're going to be having the baby at the end of July. And I have a little picture that I can share with you. But I wanted to just share the story. I'm happy to answer any questions about it. But I think one of the main keys is just releasing my attachment to the outcome and just like finally opening up to whatever form this would take and just trusting that the universe, God, spirit, I call the higher power God, but many people, use whatever word resonates with you. When I was able to really release and say, your plan for me, whatever that looks like, let it be done, and knowing that this desire is meant for something and not releasing it and not saying, well, I'm too old and it's never going to happen. And like we can all easily do with everything. There's millions of different things that I can do that with and go down that path in my mind. So I wanted to share that with you. We are so thrilled and really just over the moon every day. I'm kind of like, can't even believe this is real, even though my body is changing so much. So I'll share with you a picture of our little one. I don't know if you can see. There he is. So yeah, that's the baby. And I just wanted to come live. I'm going to be talking more about some of the stuff that has come up for me since being pregnant and taking care of another little being in my body that I'm not, completely used to, since I've been only having to worry about taking care of my own body for the last 45 years. But there's a path and a journey for everybody. And I just have to say that, your strong desires of your heart have been placed in you to be lived in some capacity. And when you can just hold on to that, not give up on that, and know that it is meant for you. We don't know what form it's going to take or shape it's going to take, but know that it does exist, and that you hold it with an open hand and make it welcome in your life. It can and will happen. But again, it's making sure that you stay in that state of kind of unattached to the outcome gratitude, like grateful expectation, like the highest and best is working for me. So that's a lot. I've been rambling for a long time. I'm happy to share any other details of the story with you. If you are interested, please feel free to reach out to me. And if you are really in a place where you know that you have a desire of your heart and a dream that you're thinking about abandoning, before you do, please reach out to me so that we can have a conversation. Because again, the desires of your heart, and I'm not talking about, oh, that'd be nice. I'm talking about the burning desire. I really, really want this. This would be so great. That has been placed in you to be lived. And I 100% believe that. And I also know that I have a proven structure of support that I can share with you to really make it more easily navigatable, let's say, and it'll fast track you a little bit more toward your goal, your dream. Just please do not give up on it. That's my one thing. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams and your goals. They've been placed in you to be lived, and I really feel like this baby is living proof of that. So wanted to share that with you. I hope that served you, and thank you for listening to the story and supporting me in being vulnerable on social media. I think this is my most vulnerable social media post to date. So I'm growing too. I'm on my growing edge by sharing all of this with you. And I just wanted to send big love out and say thanks for listening. Okay, bye-bye.